Hello students. Today we learn the lesson The Shehnai of Bismillah Khan, that is the second part of the sound of music. Okay. Before moving on the lesson, let me give you the introduction of the lesson. The lesson The Shehnai of Bismillah Khan is about Ustad Bismillah Khan, as the title is here. He was a renowned Shehnai player. Renowned means famous, well known. So the synonyms of renowned would be well known or famous. He is a legend. Why? Because he did something which has historical significance. Do you know how? He played the Sehnai on the occasion of India's independence, that is on 15th August 1947, at the Red Fort before the Prime Minister of India Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru gave his speech. Before that, Bismillah Khan played the Shehnai in order to signify something auspicious. Something auspicious for the whole country was about to happen, and that was what? India got independence. And so, on that occasion, Bismillah Khan played the Shehnai, and so he is a legend. Now, start the lesson. Emperor Aurangzeb banned. Banned means he just gave the order that no one is going to play the musical instrument that is called pungi. And what is the reason for that? He banned all the people playing of a musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence, means where king or other royal families live. What was the reason for that? For it had a shrill and pleasant sound. Okay, he just banned the playing of pungi because of its shrill, unpleasant voice. Okay, because of its shrill, unpleasant voice. Pungi became the generic name for reeded noise makers. Means all those instruments, okay, that were made of which have reeds like the flute, the clarinet, that are called reeded. So pungi was the name that was given to all reeded noise makers. Few had, few had means no one had thought that it would one day be revived. No one has ever thought that it could be brought back to life. What? Pungi. And who who is the person who brought it back? It was a barber, but in modified form. C. A barber of a family of professional musician. Barber was the family of a professional musician who had access to the royal palace, decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. So he just decided that he would improve the tonal quality. Tonal quality means sound. Okay, sound of the pungi. Okay, and he knew that the sound produced by pungi was unpleasant, and so he decided to improve the sound. And what did he do? See, he chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi, and he made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. What did he do? This barber took a pipe which was a hollow stem. It was longer and broader than the pungi. He made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. If you have seen a flute, it is something like this. It is a pipe which is hollow from inside and has holes on it. And do you know, students, when he when he when he played the sorry when he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, soft and melodious sound were produced. Okay, which type of sound was produced? It was sweet and soft. When he blew air into the pipe and closed and opened different holes, he found that soft and melodious sounds were produced. Okay, he played the instrument before royalty and everyone was impressed. Okay, He played the instrument before royalty and everyone was impressed. The instrument, so different from the pungi, had to be given a new name. And what was the name that was given to it? See, there is a story behind it. Okay, the name that was given to pungi. As this story goes, see, now there is a story behind the name given to this instrument. This instrument was played for the first time in the royal residence of the Shah. See, here it has been given. As the story goes, since it was first played in the Shah chambers and was played by a nai, means by a barber, the instrument was named the Shehnai. Now, again I am going to explain it. The story behind the name given to this instrument. This instrument was played for the first time in the royal residence of the Shah. And what is Shah? Shah was a name given to king. Mughals called the kings as Shah. As the Nai, that is the Indian term used for a barber, had played it for the first time, they called it Shehnai. Okay, they called it Shehnai. So the first part is Shah, which stands for Shah, Shah stands for Shah, and the second part Nai, that is a barber. So this instrument was named as Shehnai. The sound of the Shehnai began to be considered auspicious. Do you know auspicious? Auspicious is a word that is used for something that promised to bring good fortune. Okay, good fortune. The sound of the Shehnai began to be considered auspicious, and for this reason, it is still played in temples and is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. What does it mean? It means that the sound which was produced by Shehnai was considered to be a good omen. Okay, auspicious, the other word for auspicious is omen, and so it was played on good occasions. And what does it mean? Indispensable, without which a piece of work cannot be done. Okay, something which is, or other word for it, something which is necessary. In the past, the Shehnai was part of the Naubat or traditional ensemble of 9 instruments found at royal courts. Till recently, it was used only in temples and weddings. Now it is being said that the Shehnai was a part of the Naubat. What is Naubat? Naubat is an Urdu word and it means traditional ensemble, that means a traditional group of 9 musical instruments. Okay, 9 musical instruments. These 9 musical instruments were played at the royal court and Shehnai was also a part of Naubat. So, students, ensemble pronunciation of ensemble is ensemble. Things here instrument considered as a group. Okay. The credit for bringing this instrument onto the classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. However, Shehnai, the introduction of Shehnai was done and it was brought back to life in the form of Shehnai by a barber. But the credit goes to the Ustad Bismillah Khan for bringing the instrument onto the classical stage.